by Reyna's Barbecue.
Well, the weather once again a factor. We just cannot shake it, but we aren't going to let a little rain stop us from having a good time tonight here in the Rio Grande Valley High School football scene. Welcome into the fifth quarter, powered by Reyna's Barbecue. I'm Alex Del Barrio.
And I'm Reyna Benitez. We have a great show regardless of the weather. And a lot on the line tonight.
Yeah, we got a lot on the line tonight. We were going to start things off with our game of the week, but Mission Veterans and Mercedes, that one kind of went very late into the evening. It was a homecoming actually over in Mercedes, so the festivities caused the second half to kind of drag on a little bit. An exciting finish to that one. You don't want to miss that. Bella Michaels will give us an update on how that one transpired in the very end, and it's gotten very interesting to say the least in 16-5A Division II. But we'll start things off tonight in 32-6A. Harlingen bounced back after their Bird Bowl loss to win the Battle of the Arroyo. They have just a single loss in district play, but they take on a Los Fresnos team that's been pretty hungry as of late.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They have wins over Reyna, then they've won convincingly over the past couple weeks. A lot to like from those Falcons over there.
Yeah, Weslaco, one of those convincing wins along the way. But they need to continue that trek, and they've got their toughest stretch of the season these final 3 weeks of the year, and it starts here against the Harlingen Cardinals. Let's take a look at the highlights here. An action-packed first half, to say the least. So let's jump right in. Remember, in the pregame, we told you about the feisty Harlingen defense. Well, Los Fresnos, they're back to work as well. It's Matt Padilla throwing, and he's looking like, but he's picked off by Albert Vasquez, who comes up with it for the Cardinals, and Ian Solis makes them pay. Harlingen goes up 7-0 at that point, but Los Fresnos looking for a spark on offense. They'd look to Matt Padilla again. Remember him from the baseball run. He's gotten it done at quarterback as well. Over the top to Edson Picasso, all green ahead. Falcons tie the game at 7 apiece. Los Fresnos defense would get a pick of their own, setting up the Falcons on the 2, and Jonas Gonzalez punches it in. Falcons take a 14-7 lead at the half, and the rain certainly a factor there. Third quarter, Harlingen looking for some magic. They turn to Solis, and there's no way he's going down. Takes it down the sideline, his second touchdown of the night. That tied the game at 14, and then we'd see Isaiah Bell put the Cardinals on top, and he's been one of the best running backs in the Valley all season long. Puts it in. Harlingen goes on top 21-14, but then late in the fourth quarter, Padilla has his team knocking on the door. That's the Los Fresnos Falcons, and it's a quarterback keeper. This touchdown would tie the game at 21. We got ourselves a game. Harlingen with a chance to tie it with 2 seconds remaining, but the kicker would come up empty. This kind of shades of last year's Battle of the Arroyo. We actually have that clip on here, I believe. It's right here. You'd see the point move, the field goal attempt at the end of regulation actually moves off to the left. They go into overtime. Los Fresnos wins it in the second overtime, 36-28 the final score. Our Monica de Anda caught this one, and she has David Cantu, the head coach of the Falcons.
Los Fresnos just pulled out a win in double overtime. I'm going to go ahead and bring in head coach David Cantu. Coach, talk to me. What are you feeling right now?
True elation. It's, we had a rough start to the year. After we got beat by San Benito, completely blown out. I didn't know if we were going to get another first down the rest of the year, but we stayed together, and I'm so proud of these kids. And Harlingen Cardinals are just one of the best programs, not just in the Valley, but in all of South Texas and the state of Texas. So to come over here, it means a lot because of the respect we have for them.
We talked about this Harlingen defense and how hard it is to go against them, and your offense struggled a bit. Your quarterback had some picks. What did you tell him to keep his morale up during the game?
Honest to goodness, we had so many of those kind of moments early in the year against Cal Allen and San Benito that we were used to it. I mean, used to a bunch of adversity, so it wasn't anything new. We just had to stay the course. That's what we did. What
does this win mean to you guys moving forward with the playoffs, hopefully in mind?
Gosh, you know what? Hopefully we make some noise, not just in district, but I don't know if we've clinched the spot or not, but I think it gives us confidence that we can go and beat just about anyone because, again, the Harlingen Cardinals are who they are.
Alrighty, thanks, Coach. That'll do it. Los Fresnos ends up winning 36-28 in double overtime. Next week, they'll face Brownsville Hannah. In Harlingen, Monica de Anda, Channel 5 Sports.
A statement win for those Falcons. Nice job tonight. But hey, over for Pioneer, coming off a Snakeskin Classic loss to Sharyland last week, but can rally tonight against PSJA Southwest. And we're about to find out just how they fare. They take on PSJA Southwest, and those Javelinas having a hard time tackling there you go. You see the Diamondbacks running down the field right there. But here, take a look at this. Here's Joseph Graham catching a nice little touchdown from Angelo Basan right in the end zone. He's by himself. Catch is good. Touchdown, even better. Pioneer leading 7-0. But those Javelinas, they will not give up. You're about to see them driving down the field in just a sec. Running the ball, little pitch outside to the right. Though that might end up moving the chains. Looks like it'll be good, though. He'll get pushed out of bounds there. And here comes the touchdown. Here's Angel Hernandez. In the first quarter still. Tie game coming up for those Javelinas. And it is 7-7 before you know it. But more action from Pioneer. They'll end up running away with this one. Here's Caleb Fuentes. You're going to see him in just a sec. Coming in for the touchdown here. 14-7 for those Diamondbacks. They ended up cruising to a 40-7 win. Good job to those Diamondbacks. They really were able to get back in the win column after last week's loss. More action, though. Here's Sherryland facing PSJA Memorial over at PSJA Stadium. Sherryland Rattlers
are
getting the job done tonight. You see Orly Lopez finding Alan Guerrero for a 45-yard touchdown in the second quarter, and that will go in for the score 11-0 at this point. But Orly Lopez really knowing how to fling the ball. Here's another 40-yard pass, this time again to Guerrero. 40 yards there in the air. And another touchdown for Sherryland, 18-0 before you know it. But they're not done yet. Here's Alan Gonzalez, half of the dynamic duos that's over within the Rattlers program. On 2nd and 7 there, there's a 26-yard touchdown there to Gonzalez. So why not go for it again? Here's a 24-yarder coming on your way. Rattlers going to shut out the Wolverines in this one, 46-0. What another win for those Rattlers there.
Yeah, we're about to find out here in a little bit when we look at the standings in 16-5A Division II, what that win also means for Sherryland. But more 32-6A action. Weslaco just trying to stay alive in the playoff race. And you see here Justin Rodriguez with the quarterback keeper. Nice little juke move. I think he wants to make it to the 5-star plays. Didn't get to the end zone, though, so that one may not count because Brandon Benitez doesn't like it when you don't get to the end zone.
I really don't. If you don't score, you're not in. Sorry.
Marcus signs and he punches it into the end zone here for the Panthers. Panthers take a 7-0 lead. Roy Stroman trying to get his team back on track after they're losing their last couple of games. And then Brownsville Hannah, Joshua Vela, trouble hanging on to the ball. That rain turned out being a factor tonight. Ball got slippery. A lot of teams elected not to kick what was important. Well, more on that in a second. And Gavin Silva picks up the loose ball, takes it to the house for the touchdown. Maybe he's on the 5-star plays. Touchdown Weslaco, extra point good. Take a look at the final tonight from Weslaco, 46-6, the final over at Bobby Lackey Stadium. Also in District 32-6A, Harlingen South remains unbeaten on the year. They beat Rivera 38-3, and San Benito, a 56-0 shutout victory over the Donna North Chiefs. San Benito back on track after 2 consecutive losses. We still got more to come here on the 5th quarter, including our game of the week. We give you the highlights. Mercedes Mission Veterans, a district championship matchup in week 9. You don't want to miss how this one ends.
Come fall in love with driving again at Bert Ogden Kia. Right now, get 0.9% APR for up to 60 months on a 2022 Soul. Plus, get the Kia 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. There's new Kias arriving daily at 2 great locations, Bert Ogden Kia in Mission or Harlingen.
Welcome to Reyna's Barbecue, serving the best barbecue in the RGV. Try out our smoking hot and delicious brisket, ribs, chicken, botanas, and tacos with over 70 menu items to choose from. Our signature sides are freshly made in-house. Visit Reyna's Barbecue for lunch, dinner, and happy hour with 2 locations, Weslaco and Harlingen, available for dine-in, takeout, drive-through, and catering.
At Reyna's Barbecue, we look forward to serving you.
Stay safe and see you soon at Reyna's Barbecue.
Hey everybody, this month, as you well know, is an extremely important month, the fight against breast cancer. And so we are going to donate a portion of the proceeds of every sale to help fight breast cancer. Charlie Clardy, son.
At Rio Bank, we know banking's not about transactions, it's about relationships. We'll always do our best to say yes and to meet the financial needs of our customers. We are constantly improving for our customers, from home mortgage lending to online banking. It's just never been easier. Building a better relationship with you is important to us.
We would like to invite you to join our Rio Bank family.
Rio Bank, your kind of bank, your kind of banker.
Get news, weather, and sports, plus a look behind the scenes at Channel 5 News on social media. Follow the Valley's news channel on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Come fall in love with driving again at Burt Ogden Kia. Right now, get 0.9% APR for up to 60 months on a 2022 Soul. Plus, get the Kia 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. There's new Kias arriving daily at 2 great locations, Burt Ogden Kia in Mission or Harlingen.
Welcome back to fifth quarter. An unbelievable matchup coming in tonight, powered by Reyna's Barbecue. I'm Brandon Benitez. That's Alex Del Barrio. Tonight, two 16-5A Division II juggernauts squaring off. Mission veterans on the road against Mercedes.
Yeah, and this was a very important matchup for both of these teams. A battle between first and second place. A Mercedes win, though, would cause a three-way tie for first place in district with Sherryland, who picked up a victory a couple of weeks ago against Mercedes. Now, Mission veterans, let's take a look at the highlights here. They've actually been using Mercedes as a home field a couple of times this year because their stadium has not been ready. Let's pick up the action here on the first drive of the game here for Mission veterans as Ricky Reyna ends up coughing it up here. A fumble and a recovery by the Tigers. And then on the first drive, it's Miguel Jimenez taking it to the house for the touchdown. Tigers take a 7-0 lead at that point, but the Patriots would not be denied. They would come back thanks to Ricky Reyna going for it on fourth down here. Ricky Reyna finds this one. Dylan Velasquez with an absolute dime. Patriots tie the game at 7 apiece, and then it was more from Reyna once again finding Velasquez in the end zone with a nice grab. Puts the Patriots 14-7 going into the half. Then we go into the third quarter. Tigers here at first and goal from the 2. Jimenez runs it into the end zone to tie the game at 14 apiece. Now this game would end up going into the fourth quarter. Mission veterans had a chance to tie it. An extra point, no good. They also had a chance to win it with 20 seconds left. Mercedes comes up with an interception with about 5 seconds to go. 21-20 the final. The Tigers beat the Patriots tonight, so they once again have one loss. So do the Patriots, so do Sherryland. We'll look at that in a second. Next week, Mission veterans, they get Sherryland Pioneer. Mercedes goes into the bye on a huge victory. Let's go to Bella Michaels, who was there to witness this one and get some post-game reaction.
All right, I'm here at Tiger Stadium, and this game is everything we anticipated and more. It was a back and forth, and I got Coach Adame here. I remember, Coach, I spoke to you this Wednesday. I came to preview the game, and I saw the passion in your eyes coming into this game. Tell me what this win means to you.
You know, it's a huge win for these guys. You know, they work hard every day. They come to work. We win the games during the week. These guys deserve it. Credit to Mission Vets. Very well-coached team, very physical team. But we felt that we come out there and match them and make plays. But I can't explain how this win is. You know, every win in this district, especially as it gets later, is something that, you know, special. You know, we felt we need to get back on the road. We hit one road bump, but we knew we'd get back on track. You know, that's Tiger football tonight.
And talk to me about Austin Davila's game-winning pick at the end of the game.
You know, Austin, you know, we call him Diggs. He's got a pick almost every game. He had one earlier as well. He's just a playmaker around the ball all the time. I think they delivered a Channel 5 playmaker today. I'm sure he'll get one next week. Special guy, competitor. He raises everybody's level of play. And so just a tremendous guy to have on our team. And, you know, excited for our team, excited for our community. You know, it was a big win for everybody.
Mercedes is now up top in the standings. This had district title implications written all over it, so they are now 6-1, and the Mission veterans fall beneath them just then. And they're also approaching a bye week, so they get a little bit of time to celebrate this big victory tonight at Tiger Stadium. So now back to you, Alex, in the studio. Bella Michaels, Channel 5 Sports.
Coach Adame on the payroll. Do you see him plugging playmakers there? So he's going to get another one? Man, I mean, hey.
Sounds like a man that wants a couple stickers.
for his guys, of course.
Well, I mean, you never know. Why not? I wouldn't be opposed to giving a coach a playmaker sticker.
Yeah.
Well, Alex, this race in 16-5A D2 is heating up. We still got Sherryland Pioneer and Ed Couch-Elsa and Roma, all three of those teams duking it out for that fourth and final spot. It seems to be a lock for those first three places already in.
Those first three places, but whether it will be two of those teams or all three teams sharing the district championship, we just do not know at this point. All teams now 5-1. Pioneer there at 4-2. They picked up a victory tonight. Ed Couch-Elsa and Roma all at 3-3. Ed Couch-Elsa will play tomorrow. Roma is on their bye. Huge showdown next week. Ed Couch-Elsa versus Roma, which could be the signifying factor because Ed Couch-Elsa has a win over Pioneer this season already. So still a lot to be decided when it comes to 16-5A Division II. All right, we're going to continue on here. Edinburgh North taking on Edinburgh High tonight. It was the homecoming for the Bobcats. Bobcats holding on to the 31-6A final playoff spot. Edinburgh North trying to play spoiler after what's been a disappointing season for one with such high hopes. Let's take a look at the highlights over from Richard Flores Stadium tonight. Cougars would start this one on offense. Bobcats wearing their battle red uniforms tonight. Evan Medrano back to pass, looking towards the sideline, ends up being intercepted. Ryan Gudino comes up with the pick, and he's going to be brought down inside the red zone. Great field position for the Bobcats here on the ensuing drive. And then Noel Serna would be the running back here of choice for Roland Abrego, and he takes it in the end zone from 6 yards away. Extra point would be no good, but the Bobcats take a 6-3 lead at that point. Second quarter action, Bobcats back on offense. It's Abrego, the quarterback keeper here for the Bobcats. He scrambles for 20 yards, and he would find his way in the end zone. Poor tackling there from the Cougars, who were wearing those really nice gold uniforms. I love it when they wear the all golds. 20 yards for the touchdown, 12-3 lead for the Bobcats. And then Cougars on offense. Chris Barrera runs it in from 5 yards out. Cougars get their first touchdown there, 12-10. Cougars would score 10 unanswered points. They'd win it 20-12 tonight over at Richard Flores Stadium. Big win and a big loss when it comes to Edinburgh High School.
Which makes last night's action over at PSJA Stadium between the PSJA Bears and La Jolla Coyotes even sweeter now. Now let's pick it up in the first quarter. Coyotes forced a 3 and out, but on the first play, fumble right here. So how about the kicker slash punter slash take it back to the house man, Jorge Rios, scoop and score here, 7-0 PSJA right there. But the Coyotes know how to run the ball, absolutely, and that's partly the reason is because of Tristan Trevino. Moving the chains here, 14-yard rush, keeping that drive alive. They'll settle for a field goal there, 7-3, but they call them the Air Bears, and it's because it's Jaime Lopez to a bevy of offensive weapons. 23-yard touchdown to Christian Gamboa there, makes it 14-3 Bears. But how about again? Jaime Lopez to Vigo Lopez this time. That's his. I stopped counting after he scored 3 touchdowns there. Vigo Lopez scoring right there, even though he fumbled in the series before. Bears lead at 21-3. But here's the second quarter, though. Here comes the Coyotes avoiding more, or at least bringing it back to a little bit of a game. They cut it to 12 here thanks to Ivan Garces. A missed extra point there after the second quarter, but 6-yard rush there is good. But here comes Jaime Lopez again to Christian Gamboa. 7-11, just like the convenience store, always open, baby. 35-9 Bears at halftime. They went on to cruise 63-15 in the dub. Here's head coach Lupe Rodriguez and Jaime Lopez following the win.
We had something to play for, a playoff lives basically, and that's what I told them. We didn't come out and assert ourselves early, and so proud of them. They fought and they never gave up, and our team so resilient like that, and they came out and proved that we're not dead yet.
It feels good. Every game now on is a playoff game. We got to win. It's a must win. We put in a lot of work in the offseason, and that's really starting to pay off. My own line, they're getting better throughout the week, so it's good.
And some scores, at least, more action, at least, between the 31-6A. PSJA North cruising to a 56-3 victory over Juarez Lincoln Huskies. And also Vela putting in the work. They are just steamrolling everybody they play against week after week. This week's victim, Edinburgh Economides. Those Jaguars take the loss 55-7. And we just talked about Vela. They have been an absolute dominating factor this year so far. It was an unbelievable game for them. They went on to win this one 55-7, but it's Chase Campbell to Ted Galvan. A connection right there, running back there. We talk about so many playmakers that this Vela Sabercats has. 7-0 Vela, and they had no trouble moving their way down the field again. Campbell, another great pass here, finding Jaden Tovar in the end zone. Vela cruising, as I said, 55-7 the final score here. They still remain undefeated. And over in 4A, we have Port Isabel coming off that win against Rio Hondo, and they're starting to get back into the groove here tonight. They play Ingleside, and what a matchup it was tonight. Let's roll those highlights and take a look at the action there. Port Isabel and that mighty slot T offense between Tony Villarreal. So let's see who would get the best of them here tonight. Now, Ingleside's first drive of the night, they would score driving the length of the field, and junior running back Leo Villarreal running to the right side of the line from the 15 scores right there. Mustangs on top 7-0. But Port Isabel's lone highlight in the first half came in the second quarter from their own 35-yard line. Senior Gilbert Medina taking the ball to the right, hugging that sideline, 65-yard score there. And it was the Tarpon that was faster than the Mustangs, making it 21-7, Ingleside ahead. And the final score from tonight, after a lengthy game, Ingleside ended up dominating Port Isabel 52-14. More action, Rio Hondo, those Bobcats taking on Raymondville Bearcats, and it was another matchup. Rio Hondo, like you said, Alex, earlier today, a team that's really needing a win. So let's see if they had it tonight. There you see Ruben Atkinson starting off in the first quarter, a run to the right, gaining plenty of the ground for the first down there. But that next play, Caleb Lester in for the touchdown. Yep, ref signaled it right there. Extra point is good. Raymondville leading 7-2. I know, odd score, right? But that's because the Bearcats had a safety earlier in the game. But the Bobcats continue making plays. Atkinson throwing deep. Zachariah Rios making the catch there, and that'll set up the next play for Atkinson, who can really kill you with his legs. Here, he'll end up scoring. Whoop! Nice little juke right there. In he goes, faster than everybody. Rio Hondo ends up taking the win, 14-9, or excuse me, 27-24. Close game for the Bobcats. And some more scores for you over in 16-4 D1. La Feria taking the win over HM King Brahmas 43-14, and Zapata taking the loss tonight to Gruya Gators 33-27, the final score. And over at Cardinal Stadium, La Villa looking to make it 3 straight district wins tonight, hosting Santa Maria. And it was all Cardinals all night long. AJ Contreras taking the pitch here, ends up getting just shy of the goal line there, but next play, Brandon Felix. Not only does he have an amazing first name, but he's got quite the arm too. Finds JC Ortiz for the touchdown there. Cardinals leading 33-0, and the Cougars really trying to avoid the shutout there. You see the quarterback throwing deep into the end zone, but it's a no-fly zone for the Cardinals, and that is Aspilicueta on the interception there in the end zone. Cardinals end up taking the dub here, 46-0, a shutout victory for them.
All right, let's look at some other scores from around Valley High School football here. Lyford with a 38-20 win over the Bishop Badgers. Lyford continues to cruise here. San Diego 42-6 over the Progreso Red Ants. Rough season for the Red Ants this year. Santa Rosa comes up with a victory tonight over Monte Alto 47-6. St. Joseph Bloodhounds took one on the chin tonight 63-6 against Austin Regents.
Welcome to Reyna's Barbecue, serving the best barbecue in the RGV. Try out our smoking hot and delicious brisket, ribs, chicken, botanas, and tacos with over 70 menu items to choose from. Our signature sides are freshly made in-house. Visit Reyna's Barbecue for lunch, dinner, and happy hour with 2 locations, Weslaco and Harlingen, available for dine-in, takeout, drive-through, and catering.
At Reyna's Barbecue, we look forward to serving you.
Stay safe and see you soon at Reyna's Barbecue.
It's the horror sale at South Texas Buick GMC. Come see the region's largest selection of Buick and GMC 2021s. No payment for 120 days. Plus qualify and take 0% interest for 72 months. GMC, we are professional grade. Make your driving appointment by calling 956-661-5000 or make your application online. SouthTexasGMC.com, because we're the dealership of the year. South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
There's a lot to celebrate in the Rio Grande Valley. The rich history between our border, our proud roots as farmers and ranchers, not to mention our strong economic growth. We honor the hardworking people who make the Rio Grande Valley what it is today. It's a privilege to live and work here, and we know you feel the same way. Texas Regional Bank, proud supporter of the Rio Grande Valley.
You're watching Fifth Quarter powered by Reyna's Barbecue. Now, finger licking good, but we also had a finger licking good matchup over between Brownsville Porter and Nicky Rowe. Nicky Rowe hoping to claw their way into the playoffs. So let's get into the action and see how they fared tonight against those Cowboys. McAllen Rowe and those players were loving the rain. We're getting ready, things rolling on this one. And the Warriors would strike first. Mateo Llanes, he's been one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the Valley, and you're going to see him hand the ball over to Diego Pacheco, who would get past several defenders, take that ball all the way to the end zone. Nicky Rowe up 7-0, and those Cowboys would try to answer back, but the Warriors defense too much for them. Here's Gunnar Williams trying to rush the ball, but Anthony Reyes coming in with a finger-licking sack. I told you this matchup was juicy, but barbecue chicken was that Porter defense all night long. It was Rowe from start to finish. They end up staying in this playoff hunt, winning 49-7, the final score here.
Sounds like Brandon was kind of starving over there with the barbecue chicken. He just loves the Reyna's barbecue sponsorship here. McAllen Memorial Brownsville Veterans, big one in 16-5A Division I from yesterday, and a big run there, 52 yards down the sideline. Max Alanese Choi, former playmaker. Looks like he wants another one there. Mustang defense, though, gets to work. Take a look at this as the Muhammad brothers come up with a big turnover here. Jalen Muhammad gets the hit. Jaden Muhammad comes up with the recovery, and then the Mustangs make the Chargers pay. Marcos de la Cruz runs it down the sideline, make it 85 yards to the end zone. McAllen Memorial takes a 14-0 lead at that point. They'd go on to win it by a final of 35-17.
And some more scores for you tonight. We had Donna Redskins taking the victory over Brownsville Pace, 21-9 the final score there. And Weslaco East getting back on that saddle, destroying the Brownsville Lopez Lobos tonight, 42-0, another shutout victory for an amazing defense with those Wildcats. Alex, and take a look at this district standings now. Yeah, 16-5A Division I, of course, led the way by McAllen Memorial. They're unbeaten. McAllen High right there. They come up with a victory tonight, actually, so they're now 6-1 in district play. Brownsville Veterans and now tied with Weslaco East at 5-2. This one getting much tighter. Nicky Rowe also now 5-2, by the way, after their victory tonight. So it's getting tight in the districts throughout the valley. Still more to come here on the fifth quarter as we wrap things up next.
Welcome to Reyna's Barbecue, serving the best barbecue in the RGV. Try out our smoking hot and delicious brisket, ribs, chicken, botanas, and tacos with over 70 menu items to choose from. Our signature sides are freshly made in-house. Visit Reyna's Barbecue for lunch, dinner, and happy hour with 2 locations, Weslaco and Harlingen, available for dine-in, takeout, drive-through, and catering.
At Reyna's Barbecue, we look forward to serving you.
Stay safe and see you soon at Reyna's Barbecue.
GM certified buyers, thank you for making Clark Chevrolet the #1 GM certified dealer in the Rio Grande Valley. Your loyal business helped Clark Chevrolet sell more GM certified units than all Valley Chevy dealers combined. To say thank you, Clark Chevrolet has reduced prices on every GM certified in stock. Every GM certified comes with a 6-year, 100,000-mile warranty, roadside assistance, and more. Plus, your genuine GM certified factory warranty is accepted at any GM location.
Clark Chevrolet and McAllen. Somos familia.
All right, we'll wrap things up here in the fifth quarter. Let's take a look at what's on tap for next week here. Big matchups here. Mission Veterans taking on Pioneer, Weslaco East and Rowe. That one is huge. Roma and Ed Cauchelsa. Oh, yeah. That one could decide who's going to take home that 4th playoff spot in 16-5A Division II.
A lot of battles across multiple districts fighting for that 4th and final spot. But here's a couple scores for you. Here's McAllen Bulldogs taking the win over Palmview Lobos, 42-21, doubling their score. And San Benito getting back in the win column after 2 straight losses, 56, what a way to do it too, 56-0 in their win over Donna North.
We'll roll through some of these. La Feria over HM King 43-14. The Gruya Gators over Zapata 33-27. Also, Rio Grande City, they fall to San Antonio Legacy 28-0. Port Isabel drops one to Ingleside 52-14.
Yeah, and those Vaqueros taking on Progreso Red Dance, 42-6 victory for San Diego. Santa Rosa taking the victory also over Monte Alto. They win it 47-6.
All right, a couple more here for you. Bishop, they fall to the Lyford Bulldogs 38-20. St. Joseph's falls 63-6. Also, Ed Cauchelsa, Valley View, that game won't be played tonight. It'll be played tomorrow, 10 a.m., so a little bit extra high school football playoff action. Big thanks to everyone. What a night it was in high school football. Week 9 in the books, just 2 more regular season weeks left. For Brandon Benitez, I'm Alex Obarrio. This has been the fifth quarter, powered by Reyna's Barbecue. Good night.
The fifth quarter, powered by Reyna's Barbecue.